Alright, so we are doing a replay analysis of Katarina. Silver 2.
Welcome to the rice fields,
Silver 2 player. And she's against Yasuo. Yasuo's a pretty hard matchup. So we'll see how it goes. You at 19 AP, you have a bit of AD in your runes. Okay, that's good. Yasuo went a biscuit. Okay, so I think for the Yasuo matchup, it's good to like kind of play safe and bait out Yasuo's mistakes. So then like once he makes a misstep, that's when you want to capitalize. That's what I would do if you wanted to play against the Yasuo and you don't really know how to do it safely. Because later on in fights, as long as Yasuo isn't too big, like you can shit on him. Okay, so you gotta bait out to see if he started E or Q first. He started Q first, so you can stay up and play aggressive as long as you know how to dodge his Qs. When the minions get low, that's when he wants to throw out his Q, so keep that in mind. Okay, so you popped his first shield, that's good. You could throw your Q here, get that bounce on Yasuo. Ah, didn't come up early enough. Got that one auto off, that's fine. Okay. One thing you could have done here, Yasuo is pretty bad under tower. Or he can't deal with when the enemy is under tower because he can't E in. So then like here, if you see the minion wave coming, right? If you just press S right here, the minions are gonna stay right here. And the minions will actually not tank tower. And that'll force your lane to be closer to your tower. And Yasuo will have a harder time harassing you. So you if you just pressed S here, the mage minions would have just stayed and the wave would have stopped here, so you would have been safe. It's like this minion right here, for example. If you had 3 minions here, the minion wave wouldn't push as far. So then like maybe his level 2 won't be as annoying to deal with. Okay. So it's good you're just farming. Okay, let's pop the potion. So Boney. Is that poke off? Did you pop 2 potions? You popped 1. Okay. It's okay if you let him push in. Like I think you're doing the right thing here. Like if you're not too confident about the matchup, you could have actually went in there just because he only had 2 minions, so you were fine to go in. But playing it safe, that's perfectly fine as well. If you're not confident in a matchup, just farm. Katarina, like, she's so good out of lane too. She's so good, like, roaming and stuff. Oh, nice. Good trade, good trade. Okay, so Yasuo actually fucked up there a little bit. But you saw the Q was down, so you EW'd. Q'd. If he win-walled the Q, that would have been a little annoying, but he actually fucked up. Your Shupo wasn't up, and then he E'd. So if you kind of stayed there and expect him to E, you could have potentially kept autoing him under your minions, and it could have been okay. Maybe if you saved your Q. Next time, if you save your Q and wait for him to like make any kind of movement, you could have potentially capitalized. Remember, like in my YouTube video, just be patient with your Q. Because if Yasuo throws out the wind wall, you can't get the double combo off. Oh my god, he fucked up. Cute. Good job. So Yasuo, like, he's throwing out his wind wall kind of weird. But it's good that you're playing pretty aggressive on this guy. See how much money you have. You have 850. You should shove this wave and just back. Because what's gonna happen is you want to just like get to lane before Yasuo gets to lane. Or leave lane before Yasuo gets to lane. So you want to shove this. I don't know why Yasuo's taking so long. But you want to shove this super hard. And let the minions die to the tower. So like here you're wasting a lot of time. I think you could have done it a lot faster when it was like up here. When the minions were walking up, you just start focusing the minion wave. You don't want to... Tower damage early isn't that significant right now. What you want to work on is like lane control and like farm and You just want to be able to control the minions, if anything. So basically, if you shove the wave as fast as you can here, you'd wait. Yasuo would miss all these minions first of all, and when all the minions like get to the tower, they're all gonna die eventually, and the minion wave is gonna end up back in the middle. So we'll see how the minion wave ends up after you push these, but Yasuo, he's gonna come back to lane, and he's gonna shove the wave in again into you, and you're gonna lose minions. That's what I think is gonna happen. But you want to push as fast as you can. See how the minion wave came back? So now the minions aren't hitting the tower, and he's actually gonna get this wave if you don't shove this. So what's he have? He has the item advantage right now. Fucking A. Shove and just back. Now Yasuo, if you recall, now Yasuo's gonna be able to get this next wave. He might stop your recall here actually. Nah, he wants to free farm. So Yasuo pretty much wanted you to back there. If you shoved out that wave super fast, you would already be back in lane, and it would be in this exact position. So you'd have like a more advantage. So decided to go Bomby Cinder. That's fine. I don't think Bomby Cinders was completely necessary, though. I think because you were kind of snowballing, you're like 1-0. Yasuo's pretty behind. You could have went Gunblade as well. That would have been fine too. But you decided to go Bombies. That's fine. I wouldn't finish the Sunfire first. I would actually go into Gunblade. But you can start playing super aggressive now. Okay, so wait for all your abilities to come up. Oh, jump in. Nice. When you jump in on the Yasuo... Oh, he's dead. When you jump in on the Yasuo, take into account that he can EOA just like he did before. So like right here, when you W'd here, he's just gonna stay away from it. But for some reason, this guy stayed on it, so he kind of outplayed himself there. Yeah, like he walks towards here. So like just know that when you Q and then you W away, if you want to play aggressive, because you're ahead in lane, you don't have to play too scared. Nice, Bomby Cinder doing work. You should shove this next wave super hard. Just shove it, just shove it. Oh my god, I don't know what you're trying to do. Okay, okay, wait. Can you pick up any kills here? Oh, you could pick up there. Alright, that's fine. But you wanna like manage both. Like you could have definitely shoved out the wave with Bomby Cinder and all your skills and roamed up at the same time. Like you would have been fine. If you did both, you would be denying Yasuo farm and you'd be getting a kill top. But because you kind of started here and didn't shove the wave, now Yasuo gets more farm. Or more farm than he should have. So that's something you gotta consider. You gotta be, when it comes to roaming, you gotta be able to both manage your lane and be able to roam and not lose anything mid. Oh yeah, like that. Like if Yasuo win walls your EWQ combo, then you don't really have your Q, so just keep that in mind. That's why Yasuo win wall is so annoying, because it stops like half your damage. Okay, so how much money do you have? 1150. Okay, if you stay in lane, you still have ulti. Yasuo win wall was down. You could have possibly played aggressive, but you don't want to shove this out. You want Yasuo to be able to like come in, so don't use anything on the minion wave. Oh, you fucked up there. Wow. Wait, that was a little awkward. Okay. Okay, so it's good that you jumped on Yasuo. It's good to jump on him around here because he wants to weave around minions, and that's where he gets his mobility from. So if you jump on him on his wave, you can safely assume he's gonna end up here and try to do here. So you can kind of predict that. So you jump on him and you throw your Q, he win walls it. And then I think here you probably just had to like sit on him. And then once he ran away, once he flashed away, that's when you go in an ulti. Like you don't have to just use your abilities all the time. You have Bomby Cinder, you're tanky. You have like that DLT over damage. So then like here, when Yasuo was around here, you could have just walked up and kept autoing. He's not gonna out trade you in between your own minions. You know, he can't win that fight. So it's better off if you saved your skills, maybe wait for Windwall to go down, or wait for his flash, and then you go in right afterwards. So you gotta be a little more patient there. And you kind of threw your full ulti at the Windwall as well. But yeah, I think that was a free kill you missed. Oh my god, is he gonna die? Jesus Christ. Okay. So he fucks up there anyway. Most ideally you'd want to push out this wave, but you don't know where the jungler is, so maybe if you warded, oh, you did have a ward here, so potentially you could have like pushed this and just shove and just sit around the bottom side, but ooh, now this is bottom. Overall, like, you want to make sure you shove in your wave. That's very important for mid game or mid lane. Okay, making a lane gank bottom, that's good. Okay. Freest fucking kill ever. Okay. Alright. You should just be walking up now. Interesting. Alright, let's see what you bought. You're actually going Sunfire. Okay, that's fine. I honestly think Bombies is all you really needed in terms of surviving laning phase, but if you really want to play super aggressive on this guy, I guess Chain Vest is fine too. Now he has no real way to kill you. Okay, so it's good that you went around because you know Yasuo would be pushed up. Okay, shove this in. He got us at top, nice.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
What? What? Wait, I have to call bullshit on that. Hold on, I don't know if you guys saw what happened, but Yasuo windwalled while the dagger was dropping, rather than when the dagger was flying towards him. Watch. This is just another reason why Yasuo is so stupid. Look. While the dagger is dropping, he windwalled it. What a joke. What a joke. Anyway. Okay, so you kill him. He deserves that, because he blocked that windwall. He blocked that Q with the wind wall like in the most stupidest way. Shove in the mid lane, that's good. You gotta shove this in hard, dude. Is this guaranteed kill right now? Oh god. Okay, you can just EWQ, and then you have ulti. Oh, you don't have ulti. Oh, but you can get him, right? See, that's the thing. Like, you went Chain Vest, right? If you just stuck with the Bombies, because that's honestly all you really needed to survive laning with Yasuo. It doesn't give you enough damage. Like, you had to burn both your flash and ignite there. Another thing is, like, you should manage your own wave first before you roam. I think just shoving in the wave, it'll only take like a few seconds, and you should have just done it real quick before you went bottom. Because I think in this elo, a lot of people end up overextending regardless. So you should definitely like shove in your wave as much as you can. Wave management is pretty important. Because you don't know where Yasuo is. Hope you use your ward somewhere. See, you can buy Sunfire Cape. I still think you should have stuck with the Bombies in there, build Gunblade, and then build Sunfire afterwards, if anything. Because, like, having that damage early is what you want. Even if you're snowballing, you don't do that much damage. Maybe you do a lot of damage to Yasuo, but... Actually, no, I'm lying. You do a fuck ton of damage regardless. But I still think you should take advantage of her ability to scale into mid-game, like, super hard. Sunfire doesn't really help you snowball. It just helps you survive and be tanky. It's not much of a snowball item. If Yasuo plays safe, then you're just gonna stay tanky and, like, not and somewhat weak. So here, I think what you should be doing is you should be keeping Yasuo like in lane and shoved in. Actually no, if he decides to walk up, you could potentially kill him too. So you got Sunfire and Sorks. I actually like that build. I like how you went Sorks because Magic Pen's good with tank cat, so that's good. Yeah, I think around this point of the game, Yasuo is not like super easy to kill. If he plays this somewhat smart, then he should be able to live. I think he's actually dead here. If you E onto a minion. Just kidding. Yeah, so it's a little hard to kill Yasuo right now, right? So what you want to do is you just want to constantly shove him into tower, and then just like roam. Top lane is like super strong and super ahead. So you don't really have to worry about top, so you could just apply all your pressure bottom, and that way you can help your team get this. Yasuo, you see Yasuo top, so you could probably just take this for free. It's nice if you could use some auto resets, like auto E auto. Actually, in the end, it's not gonna matter because they're taking it out potentially, so it's not really. It doesn't really make a difference. You should really clear the minions at the same time when you're pushing. I think you would have probably gotten the tower already. So then like here you could have thrown out like a Q E or something and then just like walk back and clear the wave, or at least like deal damage to the wave, because if the minions get too close, they're gonna kill like these minions, and you have less minions able to hit the tower. So you should clear the minions at the same time. But the thing is, Ali was there, so it was a little dangerous. But you're still very tanky. But that's just the thing, like, if no one was there, then you probably should have like shoved the wave. Then you'd have more minions to help you get the tower. Okay. Yeah, Sunfire is a little annoying right now because when you walk up the tower, you're just gonna take aggro. That's a little annoying to deal with. So you see all lanes are shoved up. Bot lane should be helping you get mid. Shit's almost down anyway. Alright, nice. Ooh. Here wants to do something? Nope. This is a 4-man mid. Oh, they're engaging? That's good for you. That's good for you. Oh my god, just go in and kill everyone. Should pull out. Should pull out. Nice one. Alright, hold on. Let me see how that went exactly. Okay, problem number 1. The way you approached that fight was good. I would have done it the exact same way. But look. Alright, so you see the tank line walking up, they engage. They engage on the Veigar and they burn literally everything, so you're free to ulti. So you throw your Q and it lands right here. Perfectly fine, right here. But the thing is, you jumped here or here and you actually didn't end up picking up the dagger. Yeah, you jumped right here. Well, if you're gonna use your Q to set up, jump on your dagger and W and ulti. I don't know if you use your W here. You didn't even use your W. So when you all in, make sure to burn all your skills. You could have potentially killed Darius right here because you're sitting here for a really long time. When you're stunned, you still pick up daggers. So even if you get stunned, as long as you're sitting on daggers, you're gonna deal damage. And you probably should have put out anything around here. So that was a bit of a misplay. You missed kills because of that, actually. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. And what? Caitlyn? Okay. Not Caitlyn. Kale. Let's see. So it's good that you threw the Q. Threw the Q. Good that you jumped in. Like during these downtimes, when you think you're gonna get a kill, make sure you use your skills. Cause like when you jumped on an Nautilus, you could have used your W, and potentially jump on the next person just because your Shimpo is going to get reset. Okay. See how much money you have. 1,800. Close one. Okay, let's see what you decide to buy. So we're going Ludens. Yeah, Ludens is fine, I guess. I actually think Gunblade is better. Just because of the active. But Ludens is fine too. I think, actually, I think Ludens alone as a damage item isn't that as worth it as Gunblade. Because they're around the same price, maybe like 300 gold off. Okay, that's not too similar. But Gunblade gives you that active and it pays off super hard. And it lets you be a little bit more useful in terms of like being a tanky Katarina. Because then you have a slow to pick people off. As long as you end up building voice staff later on, like, you're fine. But I think you could have built a little better here. But at the same time, like, enemy, if you see their score, they're like 1-6, 1-4, 1-5, 1-5, 1-3, so it doesn't really matter. Try to make this top. Okay. Jump on him too. Ooh. Can you kill him? Oh, Windwall. Windwall OP. Blocked your Q. Okay, hold on. So here, when you jumped on Nautilus, first of all, you can safely assume that if Nautilus decides to try to help, you can, he might have backup. So that's one thing you might have wanted to consider. But you went for it anyway because you're tanky, so that's fine. You have your Shunpo up right now. You probably could have like Shunpo'd out instead of flashing. And then you would still have your flash. Flashed in. This guy actually wouldn't want your Q. Because Yasuo's AIDS. And Kale. Nice. Jinx just going for the snipes all game. He's getting mid lane. You almost have your Ludens, but you decided not to get it. That's fine, because that was like a 680 gold weight. Not worth it. You waste too much time. Okay, so you see a fight happening mid, or like some kind of engage. So you want to go in and help. It's good that you don't go in. I'd rather try to help the middle right here. Yeah, so back here. Oh, you're here, right? You should just completely ignore these two. It's like, you're not gonna do anything to it. Nautilus and a Kale. You can assume Kale has ulti. They're out of position because they're over here. So if you react to this fight first, you potentially would have had the advantage. Especially because Yasuo likes to like ease into like tower. Don't know if you decide to do anything here, but here's pretty dangerous. You want your team to engage first. Unless Ali gets too close. You could have ulted there and probably would have got him. Oh, he's dead. Okay, that was a weird combo. Use your abilities. See how this ends first. Okay, Darius dies. Okay. You actually could have done a little bit. You could have actually played that a little better. So it's good that you avoided the alley. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. The thing is, Ali gets too close. Let's see what skills you have. So you have Q. Ali gets a little too close here. You Q him, that's fine. And you go in, right? What you wanted to do was after you get the kill, you want to throw out your EWQ before you ulti. If you just ulti, it doesn't do anything. First of all, you didn't jump on the Darius. Second, if you did jump on the Darius, you could have potentially killed Kale. If you jumped on the Darius first, Kale would have ulted Darius, and then if you held your ulti for after you throw out your Q and eat onto that Q, you could have probably killed Kale as well. I would have Shunpo'd like around here onto him so that I kind of set up like in a line here, and then fuck Kale afterwards. I wouldn't think I needed ulti to kill Darius, I think I would check out my damage first before I did it. So then E W Q and then E onto the Q and then ulti, and then you probably would have been able to reset here. But you decided to ulti straight up. You gotta use your abilities when you do that. And even here, like, it got stopped, right? And all you did was use your ulti. You gotta use your WQ. Like, just WQ or something. Instead, you Q without Shimpo, and then you W to try to run away. You could have WQ'd like Kale in the a little bit earlier, and you would have gotten some damage off. They're really low. You were able to get no dagger pickup damage off. You could have done it off the if you just waited WQ, waited for the W to drop, and then just at least get an EQ. That's all you really needed to contribute in that fight. Okay, so you have enough money for Luden, so you're probably gonna get that and maybe like an Aptome. Okay, team's just winning flat out. Interesting, so you decided to get Ruby Crystal. I wonder what that's going into. If anything, it should be realized, but I would say like voice staff is pretty important when you build tank, but the thing is they don't have any MR, so or they barely do. So right now what your team wants to do is, because two inhibs are down, pretty much pressure anything. Baron's a little risky. Pressure Dragon, pressure bot tower, but that's mainly it. You want to control the bottom side of the tower at this point. Okay, let's see. So it's like a fight is erupting. Okay, so that's good. Oh god. Okay, so nothing really much to look at there. So yeah, your team should be definitely pressuring bot. Zed's making a huge mistake here. Even if he gets out, it's just not worth what he's doing. I don't know why you would push these two when you have to actually end up walking up to here, and you're super out of position if you do that. Decided to get dragged. Hopefully they get bot tower at the same time. Okay, so that's good. You guys are taking control of the bottom side. The also guys have a ZZ Rot, so it's pretty good. Let's see what goes on here. Not dead. Cute. Nice. Okay, one thing you actually could have done different here. Okay, so you want to get the knock because he was low. That's fine. So you go in on the alley, and then you Q him. Okay, so the moment you throw your Q, you know that you're gonna get a reset, and you want to somewhat stay safe. So they might actually engage on you because you're pretty overextended in their base, right? But it's worth for the kill. But you know you're gonna get the reset, so you gotta plan out your next move. Safest thing you could probably do is once you get that reset, you want to just W and place a dagger so that if whoever walks up close to it is like, they have to walk up close to it if they want to engage and take advantage of your position, right? So you place your W to zone them, but if they actually do go on it, that's when you E and then Q and then E again. So then here, if you threw your W right here, you can see Yasuo and Ali are both going, and you have ulti. But instead, what you did here was you EW'd, and your W didn't even go off. Did he win wall that W? No, he didn't. So then, okay, so interesting tip: you can't can't win wall the W, so that's good. If you did that sooner, you would have gotten this damage off sooner, and on top of that, an ulti. Or like a Q or anything. Like you would have set up the W earlier, and the whole combo would have happened a lot sooner. So keep that in mind. If you're in a dangerous position, it's nice to just like W out. You get the movement speed, and pretty much like think of it as an Echo ulti. Like if you're chasing an Echo and he has his little thing, his like ulti clone thing, and they're just around it, you can just go back in. That's how you should think about using W to run away in zone. Okay, so you die here. I'm not sure what you're planning on getting. Okay, so you sold your ruby crystal and went Blessing 1 Amp Tome. They are starting to build MR, but yeah, don't sell your items like that, or be more decisive when you buy. Taking blue. The guys decided to take Baron. That's fine. As long as you have vision control and have the damage to do it. Jinx is pretty fast taking Baron. Fucking Alistar. What was he gonna do there? He was gonna get nothing accomplished. Okay. Okay, you could have thrown your Q there. Okay, you could have definitely played that fight a little better, because alright, let's look at this fight here. Okay. So let's look at the position here. You know Darius is here. Your whole team is here. All they have is Ali in the front line, a Nautilus and a Kale, and Zed is in the back flanking. Yasuo already died. So they're in no position to fight this. But like, you're so in the back and you're just so scared right now, when you should be positioning yourself next to the ADC. And this goes for any fight. Like, if they have any AoE engaged, then staying near your ADC is not a good idea, but overall you should be staying near your ADC. She deals the most damage, and you can see she is okay. She's a little scared because of that exhaust, but you should not be positioning here. First of all, you're 9-2 and you have a Sunfire cape. Enemy team is super behind. You gotta play pretty fucking aggro and not actually be this scared. Especially if you see who's actually like trying to come up and stop you. You get through your Q here, but you didn't. And then you could EW Q. E is fine too. Looks like you guys win this game flat out. Oh. Okay, so chat wanted to know about the W thing, so let me explain that again. If you're in that position right here, I don't remember where that was. He killed Nautilus. Oh god, you can tell like the sound got fucked up. But here, so then you went in deep to kill Nautilus, right? So what I would have done here was I would have used my W and run away and use that W to kind of zone and keep them from coming up, because if they're on a dagger you can obviously engage back in, right? So they want to go after you, so you W so that they don't, but if they do you can punish them. That's the point. So then, like, the way I compared it to Echo ulti is just like, if you're Echo and you're running away and they're standing near that like clone of yours, or that I don't even know what to call it, then you can just ulti back in and punish them, right? So that's the same way you want to see your W as. If they're chasing you, you can W and use it as a tool to engage back in. That's basically what I'm saying. Alright. So basically game's over. The sound got fucked up, if you see. All you hear is like noises. It sounds so weird. Okay. But yeah, let's go over this. So I think there's a few things you should work on. Laning phase was fine. You played aggressive when you needed to, and that's fine. It's okay if you fucked up your combos. Just know that a good Yasuo can easily fuck up your combos. So don't be a little cautious when versing some Yasuo players. I think I didn't like building Sunfire first. I like building Sunfire second. At first, you should probably build like a defensive item to help you survive lane, and that's all you really need. And then you start going into damage, because if you're 3-0 against the 0-3 Yasuo and you just built tank, he's not gonna be as scared of you. Yeah, he can't kill you, but I think having that little extra damage increases the kill pressure you could have had on Yasuo. It allows you not to have to hit all your combos. So like if you had like a little bit more damage early after your Bomby Cinder, maybe if you build like Revolver or Cutlass, you didn't have to rely on hitting a combo, because when it comes to tank cat, the reason why it's so strong regardless if you have damage or not is because when you hit all your combos, you do so much damage. So then I think I would have left at the Bombies and maybe built the Chain Vest later, or depending on the back, and probably book only first. I didn't like Ludens as a buy. If you think about it, you're basically sticking with Ludens as your only damage item for maybe like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, because that's around the time you got it, and all you have is Ludens. I think Ludens is good when you have like, maybe if you rush it, but I don't think Ludens is like a good rush item on cat. I'm just saying like in general. If you rush Ludens on cat and then you want to like build another damage item afterwards, that's when I feel like Ludens is really strong. But when you put Ludens and Sunfire together, I think there's a lack of synergy in that. I think Gunblade probably would have been a lot more useful here. And you were strong, so you could have definitely built Gunblade. One thing is like you had a little fault in your combos. Your combos could use a little more work. Like I mentioned it a lot, like, and I went over it in the replay. So if you could just watch that, that would help you out. And also, what was it called? Your wave management in mid allowed it so that Yasuo actually got a lot more farm than he should have. If you try to deny the enemy farm as much as you can and apply that much pressure, like I said, like you gotta shove it into tower and stuff like that. Just make sure you take into account like how long the enemy is gonna be away from the tower and stuff like that, and just try to shove in wave whenever Yasuo leaves the tower, or like you shove him out or something. And also when you roam, make sure you shove in your tower as well. When you roam, you want to make sure you don't lose too much advantage mid lane as well. When you went for a roam and you didn't shove in your wave, that means Yasuo was able to get that farm. If you shoved in your wave and then roamed, Yasuo was able to get more farm than he could have. So keep that in mind. Yeah, there's not much else to say. Because it was a winning game, it was kind of hard to see like a lot of your problems. But yeah, that was pretty much the replay analysis for Katarina.